Hi guys, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar. We do show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins and everything else. Maybe do a trade or two and stuff like that. I managed to not put this on, members only stream. So, right now it's open to everybody, but the thumbnail is correct one. So there is that. Beside that, how everybody is doing, guys. This is the DXY, the dollar index. It looks like it fell out of this, falling wedge. Did not fall down over here. It should have fallen down all the way down here to 112 or something like that. I did not do that. I just bounced up here. Right now I just kind of consolidating up here at the top up here. Now the big question is whether this is going to go towards the upside or downside. If it starts pumping up here towards the upside, that might be a little bit bad. We're gonna see that. Bitcoin is also down 0.6% on the downside. Looks like it's dumping more. Altcoins are definitely dumping, already like 2-3%. So there is a dump going on right now. So we're gonna check that out. Stock market right now not doing that much. It's been going into this fall down phase down here towards the downside. So let's go to the daily time frame. So we're gonna see what the stock market is gonna do. How's everybody doing in the chat? Mladen is in the chat. What's up, man? Decentraplan. What's up? What's happening? Hey, good morning, TLI gang. Batch is in the chat. Edward, what's up, bull market enjoyers? Kristen is mad at me because we are not starting it on the dollar, but this is the way it's been for a very long time. It's not gonna change right now. Here we go, another day, another dollar. Eric, what's up? Morning. It's 3 a.m. in the morning, but no time to sleep. That's right. Gotta watch the charts. Been chicken. It's okay. We can share with some naughty non-members. Yeah, we can share with some naughty non-members today. It's okay. Good morning. Wait, what's up? Anne Marie, morning, how you doing? I have a naked face now, just shaved my beard. Look like a baby, right? There we go. How's everybody doing, guys? So we're just gonna look at what's happening in Bitcoin. I actually haven't been watching the charts, yesterday and today that much. I've been doing some other stuff. Yesterday there was no stream at all. So this is gonna be a little bit on the fly, checking out what's happening with the price. But it's basically been going kind of sideways up here, so there has not been much to talk about. I either you like it or not, there has been not much to talk about. We can see here on the 4-hourly time frame that we had a big divergence up here. Let me show you. Over here there was a divergence. It's not easy to see, but you can see that the price is going towards the upside and the RSI is... No, there is actually no divergence on the chart. So this actually looks okay. So there was divergence over here, and then we pumped towards the upside, and right now there is no divergence. So the question is whether there will be no divergence here as well on the downside. But it's good to see that there is no divergence on the 4-hourly time frame right now, because that means that this move towards the downside is kind of played out. So right now we can either dump or pump up here. So that's a good question. You can see here that we got rejected by the 20 moving average on the 4-hourly right now. There are some kind of support levels right up here below us. Even this trend line down here might actually be 18.8 support. But the question is whether this is just gonna continue towards upside. Are we just gonna continue dumping down below 18 point something, right? That's a big question over here. Let's go to the daily time frame over here. You can see that we are still below moving averages on the chart. We got a 10, 20 and 50 moving average right above us. We are unable to come even close to these averages right now. We came up a little bit, and right now we are just continuing dumping on the downside. So we are still very much bearish side, but even though I've been bullish lately, it doesn't seem that this bullishness is gonna play out. There was a big rejection up here on the 2-day chart above the 20 moving average, right back down again. We pulled back below the moving averages. So we are right now looking at these lows, right? There are 2 lows up here. This one up here is important one. We got rejected by that. So down here at 18.8, I think 18.8 is a very important level not to break. When we're just talking about levels, right? 18.8 is important level not to break. We still got something like, what's today? Today is Wednesday, not Thursday. So we got 2-4 days left on the downside. So you're gonna see if this actually just becomes some kind of week up here and towards the upside. So I think this week might actually be very important when it comes to what Bitcoin is gonna do next. But it's already look like it is a break on the downside down here. a little bit. Let's go to the 1 hourly time frame and see what's happening. You see down here there is some kind of a trend line over here right now. It broke this trend towards downside. It's right now coming into this area over here with these lows. If it starts breaking these towards downside as well, you might see another dump towards downside over here. That's why altcoins are reacting right now. I don't know if you've seen that. ApeCoin, I made a video about ApeCoin. ApeCoin is down 5.4% right now. It's breaking this very important level of support. On the initial move, we said, you know, it's very hard to, you know, break this. You know, there is definitely a way for ApeCoin to, you know, go towards the upside. But right now you can see down here that it is breaking this very important support and it's dumping on the downside. Right now it's down 5% or something like that. But the more importantly, it is breaking big support. But it's not just ApeCoin, like everything. This Ethereum Classic also breaking on the downside down here. Sorry, downside down here. Shiba is down 3% down here. Lunk is down 4. Ethereum V is down 7, but you know, who cares about Ethereum V? Mana is down 4%. You can see here it's been just bleeding big time towards downside down here lately. Big time towards downside down here lately, and other coins as well. So everything is down. Like a lot of altcoins are down like big time. This is BNB is down like 2%, but Link is down 5%. Matic is down 5%. Oh my god, Link actually holds support. Let me check this out. So Link is actually holding some kind of support right now. So you know, maybe it's already, you know, maybe still there is some kind of bullishness going on with when it comes to Link. But we're gonna see if this actually you know, breaks on the downside. So a little bit unsure what how bad this is, because we haven't broken very important levels of support yet. We haven't broken like very important levels of support. There might be some kind of trend line over here that I'm not seeing right now. But the move towards downside up here, we just kind of bleeding because these smaller time frames, you know, 1 hourly and stuff like that, they're kind of breaking a little bit on downside. But even when you look at it, even on these small time frames, like there is this you know, support area right below us. I mean, we still haven't broken that towards downside. Now the altcoins are reacting badly. The altcoins are definitely reacting badly right now, so I'm thinking that there is definitely something going on. But you know, saying that this is very, very bad, I won't say that just yet, because I can't seem to find anything like right now that, you know, says that we, you know, we failed to get back you know, above certain resistances. But you know, it's still not that, you know, ugly. It's still not that ugly. Now there is this line, of course, that we've been watching for a long time that got broken up here. You can see up here. So we failed to get back above that line, and right now, you know, we might do another move towards downside. But I still don't think we're gonna, you know, do the move down. You know, do the move down. We can do this or something like that, but you know, not a big move. We got a lot of collapse of the society. I don't know, man. And DXY up here. DXY dollar index right now, it looks like it's holding strong, because you can see here that we are, at least I've been projecting that dollar index should fall down after breaking up here. It went down a little bit. It didn't come all the way down here, so it just kind of climbed back up here again. And right now it's going some kind of you know, it might be some kind of, I think triangle should go something like this up here, towards top up here, give or take. Something like this, maybe something like this. It's not something like this, it's something like this. Maybe it's over here and then up there, or something like this, give or take. There is some kind of triangle up here at the top. Let me see small time frames. Maybe just line and the triangle. So it broke out of this falling wedge. It did move down right back up again, which shows strength. So, you know, just consolidating up here. But if this starts breaking towards upside, we might see a dump. But if it, you know, usually these things, you know, goes like this and then, you know, roll over and towards downside. You can also see up here that we had some kind of top up here. So, you know, this might be secondary top up here and, you know, towards downside. But if I see this breaking again towards upside, you know, we might see some kind of high levels again. I mean, you know, just by looking at whatever pattern it's being created right now on the chart. Let me just move this a little bit up here. You know, the resistance up here, of course, up here towards upside, but this can also go back all the way up to this channel. That's like, again, 15, 16 on the chart, stuff like that. We should never underestimate the dollar right now. For some reason, this is extremely strong and it's just pumping. So this is just very, you know, the dollar is very strong up here. So I still think that this needs to break on the downside over here, but it's just not doing that. Just not doing that. Let's just remove the moving averages up here. You're gonna see here, but you see the pattern, right? You see the pattern up here, how it went up here and then just kind of, you know, goes into this move and it needs to drop down. It needs to drop down, but just kind of not dropping down. Just do this. So if this breaks towards upside above, you know, 13.5 or something like that up here, that's gonna show a lot of strength in the price. Usually these kind of patterns, you know, go something like this and then, you know, they drop on the downside. But this one is not, you know, this one is not rolling over. This one is not rolling over. This looks like it wants to go down. But I would say that this needs to dump down, but just not dumping down. That's the problem. It's just not dumping down. So that we gotta assume bullishness. Here is on daily time frame. You'll see that we are again above all the moving averages. We came down here below, like just like over here, and the same thing up here right now. So, you know, right now we're loving, you know, kind of turning up here, but this can, you know. It doesn't look that bad on the on this chart over here, and there is no divergence or anything like that. If you start pumping up here towards the upside, there might come a divergence or something like that. But you know, we've seen divergences that don't play out when it comes to, you know, DXY. So there is that. Stock market still continuing towards downside. Right now we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive days of red candles. Up here there was a green doji on the Dow Jones and ESP 500. 7 days of red candles. So this has been a bloodbath for a long time right now, just like over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. 6 days of red candles. Let me just see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles up here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles down here. So this, in this downtrend over here, this is the biggest, you know, the biggest red candle train we've had so far. So there's 3, 6, 7 red candles. You can see here right now we are breaking this towards downside, but we still got this huge divergence on the chart. Huge divergence on the chart. So I'm still, you know, looking at stock market. Stock market needs to bounce a little bit. I think it needs to bounce a little bit. Stock market needs to bounce a little bit. Depends on how bad this is. Depends on how bad this is. There is huge divergence on the chart, of course, but it's just not bouncing. Just not bouncing. That's the thing. It's just not bouncing just yet. So DXY is some kind of top, but it's not dumping. Stock market's on some kind of bottom with the divergences, but it's not pumping. Bitcoin is not that bad yet, but slowly going down. Altcoins are overreacting a little bit. So, you know, maybe I'm a little bit too bullish. Maybe I'm a little bit too bullish for my own good. But, you know, it's, I don't know. Lately, you know, guys, lately I've been seeing a lot of, you know, these doomsday predictions. Like every single YouTuber and everybody that's before haven't been very bearish right now. It's super bearish. People are literally talking about, you know, collapse of society, collapse of the financial world. Like everybody is right now talking about how this is gonna be the worst thing that you know, since 1929, the Great Depression. This is definitely going to zero. And when I see that much bearishness in the news all over the place, mainstream news and stuff like that, I'm thinking to myself, like, we gotta have a pump. We gotta have a pump. So yeah, as long as they you know, posting bad news in the newspapers, I'm bullish. If anything is bullish, it's proper food. I guess one medium crash, then bear rally, then mega giga crash. I don't know. I do kind of expect some kind of big move towards downside, but you know, I'm not expecting it right now. I'm not expecting it right now. We already had this, you know, big move towards downside, and crashes come. I don't know. Crashes come when you break certain you know, certain steps on the downside. Certain steps on the downside. Let's check out how the crashes actually play out. Big moves. Like over here, Corona dump is a very, you know, it's a very special kind of event, because this is just, you know, you know, went straight down. So it's a very special kind of event. This one broke the trend over here, then went kind of sideways up here, then broke the trend over here, and then crashed down. This is 2018. move. Here's something similar. This is 2008 S&P 500. It's a little bit different. We're just gonna you know, post meme lines, something like that. There are definitely certain levels that needs to be broken for, you know, for this move towards downside. It was, you know, kind of fine. It looks like some kind of falling wedge, but it's only when we broke that towards downside over here something big happened. If you zoom in a little bit up here, this big move happened, right? This big move happened. So maybe there is some kind of line up here, something like this over here. Just remove all the lines. Something like this. Maybe, I mean, if this divergence doesn't play out and this just starts, you know, pushing towards downside, that means something is bad gonna happen, and, you know, we might drop down. That might push the Bitcoin as well towards downside. Let me see the Bitcoin weekly time frame up here. You'll see on the weekly time frame that MACD up here is actually, you know, it's actually coming to some kind of, you know, this is monthly time frame. Sorry, this is monthly time frame. On monthly time frame, it is coming to some kind of bottom down here, some kind of, you know, change. But we still on the monthly time frame, we still got 18 days left. So if this continues dumping on the downside down here, this candle up here will change to the red candle again. You know, so there's that. You know, it's not any kind of indication that, you know, this stuff should revert back to the upside, something like that. Even though we are dumping down on the weekly time frame down here, you can see that we are going down on the weekly time frame. The MACD is actually going towards the upside. The MACD is actually going in the opposite direction of the price. And there was one line, there was one hopium line, wasn't it, on the weekly time frame? Yeah, there was this hopium line on the weekly time, the RSI up here. There was the hopium line. Up here, right? That was this stop up here. And there was this stop up here. And right now this stop up here, but you can see that we are the RSI already broke towards the upside and retest that, and right now, you know, it wants to maybe go towards the upside. I don't know, everything is so very bearish right now. I don't know anybody in you know, YouTube space that isn't, you know, 100% on the bear side. Everybody is super bearish. Everybody thinks we are going down to 10k. Everybody thinks that you know, this is right now game over for stock markets and everything else. And I'm not just other in free fall. It's not in free fall, it's down 4%, but everything is down 3-4%. Like, it's not just Cardano, everything is down 3-4% right now. But yeah, actually Cardano is actually in free fall. But Cardano has been dumping right now down, you know, big time for 4 days right now towards downside. It's been dumping like for 4 days right now. Most people don't think 10k is in the cards. No, but I think maybe, you know, 16k or, you know, 15k or something like that, you know, it's in the cards. So there's that. Only bearish on banking fiat. Other descending triangle breakdown. Yeah, so Cardano has this this trend line down here. You can see it immediately up here, and it broke that towards downside, which is quite bad. Down here, which is not a good thing though, which is not a good thing. That makes me more confident that we'll go to 10k. The open conspiracy. $19.28. It's funny, all these jokers getting bearish now. Had the same theory since last summer. It's controlled demolition. There's lots of and lots of limit orders on 17 all the way down to 10k. Yeah, but they don't have to play out. They don't have to play out. But yeah, altcoins are definitely crashing. Big moves right now happening, but Bitcoin is not. Bitcoin is holding support. Maybe altcoins are indication for what's to come. When it comes to Bitcoin, maybe Bitcoin is just a little bit laggy. If Bitcoin has this falling wedge, I think Bitcoin has the falling wedge that Cardano does right up here. But there is definitely line. So if you think that Bitcoin is gonna do the same kind of move, that maybe that maybe, let me see up here, maybe there's something like this up here, give or take, maybe something like this. If you think that if you look at Cardano right now, right over here, there was some kind of very nice support line on the downside. This trend line up here was holding right and came to very nice support levels down here and broke that on downside. Right now having big dump. Now the same thing kind of dump we can actually predict on Bitcoin, and that's gonna happen not right now, right? Because we got some kind of support line over here. We got some kind of support line over here, right? Support line, and it's only after we break this support line, you know, towards the downside that you might expect, you know, that, you know, the Cardano type of dump towards the downside. So there is that. I'm really interested in how the DXY is gonna play out. Are we gonna play out towards upside or downside up here? Because this looks like, you know, very strong consolidation phase before it actually breaks towards the upside. But I think, you know, these kind of patterns, you know, should fall down. It's kind of rolling patterns. But it looks like it's just getting, you know, squeezed towards downside. I think it's too hard to say. It's too hard to say. It looks bullish though. Maybe it's gonna have a, you know, big move down and then, you know, crash the downside. Hopefully. That goes up, fiat crashes. Yeah. There's lots of limit orders. Yeah, there's that. So a little bit unsure what's going on. Definitely some big moves are happening. So guys, big moves are indeed happening right now. You can see that dollar, although it is consolidating up here, it just might, you know, continue pumping towards upside, which might crash everything towards downside. Bitcoin right now is not below any kind of crucial support yet. Let's go to the daily time frame up here. Daily, it is actually kind of breaking it right now, but it's not close below these kind of levels. These are the first levels up here on the downside. It's not close below those levels yet, so you got still at least one day before it actually starts closing below certain, you know, support levels down here. Also on the 4-hourly time frame, we got a, you know, support down here at 19.999. Exactly down here at 9.9. We are not even on the 4-hourly broken very you know, a very important support line. So, you know, we are indeed getting, you know, pushed down here towards the support levels and stuff like that. But you need closes. Before something happens. Does Mladen have a Hopium channel? I don't know. You gotta ask Mladen. I don't know if he has a Hopium channel. But yeah, when it comes to Bitcoin, I don't think Bitcoin is gonna crash just yet. If it wants to crash, it's not gonna be right now, I think. It might take, you know, maybe on the end of the day, maybe it's gonna just start crashing right now. But, you know, I think maybe it's, you know, during end of, if it's gonna go down, it's gonna be during end of the day. I think when it comes to the DXY, I still want to see this slowly moving towards the upside. So I'm looking at something, let's say this stops up here, 113.50, 113.6 or something like that. If it starts breaking this towards the upside up here, you know, it just might be more bullish than we actually thought it is. And it's not gonna, you know, dump on the downside, because it already tried to dump on the downside, but it was so bullish it just picked up right back up here again. So if this continues up going towards the upside, you know, Bitcoin might just drop towards the downside. I still think that after this move up here, you know, stock market should recover a little bit, because everybody's too bearish right now. I think we need at least some kind of pump or something like that before we you know, drop down when it comes to stock markets. The stock markets are actually in green right now. There we go. What's this? 1 hourly green candle. Nah, it's not very helpful just yet. So I think this it is very bearish, guys. It does look very bearish. Everything looks very bearish. Like altcoins are down 5%, guys. Altcoins are down 5-6%, 3, 4, 5, 6% towards downside. But I'm not quite there yet. I'm not in fear. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But I might be wrong. I was wrong before, so, you know, not financial advice and stuff like that. What time is it? 32. Does Milana have a Hopium channel? We're gonna see that. We're gonna see that. I'm marking time too. So the move up here, let's see up here 5 minutes time frame. This is just like crash on the downside. Everything has the same pattern, like everything is being just sold off. There is that. I think it's a little bit too late to put in a short. I think might be, you know, time to, you know, maybe look for a long, but you know, we are still in a downtrend. So like I said last time, like when let's see overextensions up here. Probably just pushing down. Daily is not come down to some kind of 30 levels yet down here. Overextensions, they're pretty huge. The overextensions are pretty huge. Then 4 hourly, there's no overextension. This actually picked back up again. So this moved on the downside. So it doesn't have to mean it's done yet. No divergence up here. Overextensions are pretty huge on. No, Cardano is actually a different. No, this is Centerland. No, this can continue dumping right now. This can continue dumping if it wants to do that. 130% now. If he going a bit more, I'll have recovered all my yesterday losses. Nice. Hi Vanellas, how are you doing? All I see is upside in transformers. Use our favorite Russian TM master is back. People laughing when SEC went after XRP, now they go after all. Yeah, now they go after all. There's a good video, guys. There's a good video when it comes to, you know, regulation and stuff like that. I think Coins Bureau on YouTube has it. I'm gonna show you, so you can watch it actually. So say YouTube Coins Bureau. I don't know how you type Bureau, but you know, this guy. Coin Bureau podcast, keep live stream, market up. What's going on at? I think it might be NFTs, the rights you think you have but don't. He has live streams right now. I didn't know that. He actually has live streams. No, this is not Coin. This is Coin Bureau Clips. Sorry. This is the wrong guy. I was like, hey man, what's up? There's Coin Bureau. 2.50 million. Yeah, scrap. This is the one. So, oil crisis, crypto, BNB market, the EMF coming for crypto. I think it's this one, the EMF coming for crypto, and he's talking about NFTs. And lately, a lot of his late videos has been talking about, you know, what's happening in markets and stuff like that. But there is this good video about explaining, you know, how they are wanting to regulate. I don't know which video was it because I was listening to it in the car. But it's about how, you know, they're gonna regulate the crypto, you know, and what kind of assets they're gonna put the stuff in and how they are gonna go after NFTs and stuff like that, right? You know, his second channel. Yeah, I just noticed that I was in his second channel, but I think this is the EMF coming for crypto. I think it might be this one. Company taking over crypto. It's not this one over here, the new social code. It's not this one. BNB market, Alpic, oil cut, maybe it's this one. I don't know. It's some of these latest videos of his that he's been talking about a lot about regulation and how they are gonna regulate crypto. And I think this is very interesting because it gives you kind of sense, you know, what's to come. So he's getting paid well to spread false info like many other YouTubers. Everybody's getting paid by somebody, so you know, who are you gonna listen to? You know, I'm not getting paid by, yeah, I'm getting paid by YouTube, you know, I'm getting paid by YouTube. That's who I'm getting paid by. Never confident of this end of the bear market starting tomorrow. But there might be some kind of hopium though at the end of the line. There might be some kind of hopium at the end of the line. And the hopium lies, let's go to the weekly time frame, that the hopium lies that every time you have, maybe you're gonna do this on daily time frame. The hopium lies that oftentimes mega rallies start after a big dump. You see up here, it goes up here, then it go down, and when you have this big dump down, we start to rally. You know, these springs, right? Oftentimes these rallies start after a spring. So you go towards downside on here. There was no spring up here. There was no spring up here, but over here, for example, bull market rally up here, right? Let's go downside up here. Now you gotta look at this on the weekly time frame. You know, the bull market up here, you know, we came down here and then we had this spring, you know, big spring towards the upside, right? So the springs, you know, the springs kind of initiate and start the bull market. So over here, you can see also down here, we had this, you know, kind of, you know, double spring down, and then, you know, started rallying towards the upside. So oftentimes these springs or this move down, you know, and they are pretty, you know, volatile, and they happen pretty fast as well. Let's go 2013. So you come here, some kind of, you know, consolidation phase up here, and do this, and then go towards the upside. So maybe this is the last dump. Maybe this is the spring that we are gonna need before we, you know, enter the, you know, huge bull market. So if you go down, I'm expecting a spring towards the upside. More we dump, closer we get to the bottom. But bottom is 20K, you know, 19K more towards downside, 90K more towards downside. Bitcoin's right now 0.7. When we started streaming, it was 0.5. Right now 0.7. So it's still dumping on the downside. Over here, you can see here it's getting close to this 19K. Bitcoin to the moon. The stock market is not, you know, this 1 hourly time frame, 4 hourly. It's not doing much. It's not doing much right now. Maybe on the daily time frame up here. 4 hourly. Let's see 4 hourly. Nasdaq. We're gonna see. I'm expecting an inverse spring to the downside. Inverse spring to the I smoke enemy of stay there for I'm hopeful. Let's see up here. Finance. Do they say anything in financial use? Some oil stocks are dropping. Strategy has hit something about some kind of gas field. Electrical cars are gonna crash. Something about, you know, bad times, you know, financial bad times after a corona crash. Tax shock. Yeah, this is interesting. Complete full stop i bully beginning host commercial talking the material follow bully bigger among old bigger. So a lot of these builders are gonna stop building next year. A lot of buildings are gonna be stopped because it's just too expensive to build right now, and the prices are going down. History highest price jump in Germany. So this is actually interesting. Yeah. So definitely everything definitely to zero. Everything to zero. Bitcoin right now 0.8% on the downside. Still crash, but we won't be following it. Now the move already started happening, so I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be the first guy, you know, to short the move right now. Altcoins are already down something like 4-6% or something like that. This might be actually quite, you know, there might be this. Sorry, this 10-minute chart. I don't want to, you know, start, you know, streaming for 4 hours and watching the, you know, waiting for the bottom or something like that too long, but I want to short it, so there is that. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go do other stuff. Thanks for stopping by on Bitcoin Daily. Was interesting, but not that interesting right now. Yeah. I mean, we are still not below very important levels of support, though. We are still, I mean, yes, it does look like it might go down down to the support, but we are still not below supports. It's holding well. Bitcoin is holding well. Altcoins are not holding that well. Bitcoin is holding well. Short ADA, that's a good one to short. Yeah, it's too late to short ADA. Too late. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye bye.